Hey everybody, it's Mike from Missouri. I just got home from work this afternoon and I got a package in the mail. It's from Kurt Vise Company. I picked this vise up from Facebook Marketplace for 75 bucks. Have a video out there of me getting the main screw unstuck. It was jammed in the thread box here. And I also got it all cleaned up in the sandblaster. So today I'm going to start reassembly and I'm going to check out the parts I got here. So this rebuild kit was about $26 and it comes with mainly the thrust bearings. So there's some thrust washers, or the not thrust washers, but the bearings right against them, the bearing races. We got the little half moon ball piece that was missing, and another grease zerk. This is goes in the back, and these is the thrust bearing for the handle, right in here. And then I had to order one other piece because I didn't meet the minimum for free shipping. And I got one bolt for the vise jaws. I actually need 3 more, but I'm probably just going to pick those up from the hardware store. Okay guys, I got this all cleaned up. I used some Dawn dish soap and brushed it all off and then washed it with hot water, so it should be grease free. Got some Rust-Oleum. It is sail blue that I'm going to paint this with. The original coating is a powder coat, which explains why it was so hard to get off. I'm not going to spend the money to have this powder coated, so this would have to be good enough. So we're going to go ahead and shoot this with a couple coats. Let's see, low output. There we go. I'm working on the nut here, and if you remember in the other video, this was frozen, and there's some difficult to see. There's some rust down in there, but nothing significant. So I picked up this round 1-inch brush, and I'm going to weld an extension onto it and run it up and down inside there to try to clean that out. Not bad for freehanding it. So pulling up a lot of gunk. I'm going to bring this over to the parts washer and clean this out again, and then I'll keep doing it until it comes out clean. Just testing how smooth this assembly is after cleaning the threads up. I think that'll work great. It really did clean up nice for how bad it was. Okay, got the parts laid out here. I'm going to start reassembly. Take the screw, and then we have a new O-ring that goes on here. And then, let's see, I have the thrust bearing race, the thrust bearing, we get another race, and then this slides into the base. I'm going to put some Vaseline on this first. Okay. Pretty easy. And then there's another thrust washer back here. And we must not be all the way in, because this circlip goes back here. I think there's should be a groove on the shaft for it to go in. I can't see it just yet, so we're probably not all the way in. Nope, we're not. I'm going to take a look, see if my paint's holding me up or what. Well, it wasn't my paint. I didn't take the old thrust washer or bearing race off. It's right there. I thought it was part of it, but that's what's keeping me from getting it all the way in. So I'm going to get that taken off. Comes. There it is. All right, let's try this again. I cleaned this area up where that frozen washer was. I got the O-ring back on there. Now we can put our bearing race, our thrust bearing, and then our outer race. Now it should slide all the way in. Oh, almost doubled it up again. There we go. And then a race on the outside, and now we can see the groove is visible right here. To put this circlip, which holds the whole assembly in. So I'll get that on there. All right, there it is. Okay, so this threaded box came with a new end plug, which is where the grease zerk goes. If that comes out of there easily, I'll put the new one in. So I'm going to try to tap it up from the bottom with a punch. If it's very difficult, I'm going to just leave the old one. That came out pretty easy. I got some more to clean up now. Okay, I got this cleaned up with the wire wheel. I'm going to drive this one in with a socket. And then I'll just repeen the edges like the factory. Okay. And then the zerk, I'm driving it in with a 7mm socket because we don't use those ever anyway. Perfect. Good as new. Okay, so on the opposite side of this thread box is where the brush goes. Now the screw goes in and out from this end, and the brush wipes away the debris or chips. Again, I'm just going to set this in there and tap it down with a socket. And then also I'll repeen the edges. Okay, I'm getting ready to install the fixed jaw here. I'm going to put a little anti-seize on these bolts that hold it on. Don't want to scratch my paint up. You know, I think I messed up. I think I have to get the screw box in there before that goes back on. Oh well, the screw box, I need to get it painted. So I'm probably at a dead end for this morning. I'll get that painted, and then tomorrow morning we'll come back and finish the reassembly on this. It's another beautiful morning. So we have our painted screw box here. Turned out very nice. But while I have this out, I wanted to show the working principle of the Kurt vise. And this is the signature design. So we have this half moon piece. It fits in the movable jaw, right in there. My flashlight batteries, there we go. And then as this screw box is forced forward by the screw, this area, it's angled, it is riding on the half moon piece, and it's actually going this direction. So, and as the force pushes this forward, at the same time, this angle is trying to pull the dynamic jaw, the movable jaw, downward because of this slope. So what that does is, let's get you over on the vise. So essentially what's happening is as this is sliding forward, that tapered part, once you start to clamp your part, it's forcing this jaw downward. Because most of the issue you have when clamping parts is the part wants to lift. So that taper and that half moon part, so that would be under here, and it's going to be forcing that jaw downward, and that helps hold your part down instead of lifting up. It's a pretty cool design. Yesterday I put this fixed jaw on, and I am going to have to take it back off to get this screw assembly put in place. So zip it out. I'm going to fit this screw box in here and get it started on the screw. Well, it'd really help if you went the right way. I don't know what I was thinking there. Now we can put the dynamic jaw back on. Sorry, the fixed jaw. Okay, now for that half moon piece, I'm going to put some grease in that pocket. Hold it in there. And just a bit on top. Okay. It's a little hard to see right in here. And then we'll set it on the vise body here. And then the last thing to get this dynamic jaw on is to tighten the set screw. That takes the slop out. Now, Kurt says to tighten it down, I think back it off about a quarter turn. All right, movement is good. And I was able to pick up some matching bolts from the hardware store, and they're matching to the Kurt supplied one in every way. And now we can get the jaw faces put on. That one doesn't want to start. See if that's a... Yeah, I'm going to check into that. gonna run a tap through this, get the thread cleaned up. That's better. I'm getting close to the end here. I'm gonna put some grease in it. This is a moly grease. Stop there. And I'm just gonna run this thing back and forth. It should be, it's super smooth. Clamps down good, releases good. It's awesome. Okay, the final detail is going to be to get the decals on. I emailed Kurt and they are sending them in the mail, but I don't have them yet, so hopefully they arrive today and we'll get them put on. Yeah, it took a few days, but Kurt got me the decals. I got them adhered here on both sides. They're really nice and appear to be exactly the same as what I took off, kind of a plastic-based decal and not just a plain sticker. But we got a completed vise here and I'm real happy with the results. So thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.